Good afternoon, my friends. How you doing? It is me, Lasty here, and welcome today to a brand new episode of the FIFA 23 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Episode number 79. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Monday. Just to let you know before we get started in this video that I did upload twice yesterday. If you want to check out the video from like last night, you'll understand a little bit more about where we're at in the weekend league. Please do so by pausing this one, heading on over, checking it out, leaving a thumbs up on it, and then once you've watched it, welcome back to this one, episode 79. Do me a favour on this one, smash the thumbs up, thank you, and subscribe as well, of course, if you're new. So now we've got that stuff out of the way, let's get cracking, shall we? The team that I'm using for this weekend league has got 4 Real Madrid players in it, and then a whole bunch of like Serie A specials, and obviously Butragueno World Cup icon. So it's a fine looking team. It's a particularly good looking squad actually. But unfortunately, I'm currently 4-3 in the weekend league. So I gave up after those 7 games in my little first session because Emilio Butragueno and Brolin were feeling about half the speed they should be feeling. So I don't know what was going on or what. But anyway, I've decided to demote Butragueno to wide cam and put Alawairan up front, because I wasn't getting the use out of him out wide. So let's try and see how that fares for us. I've actually swapped around my CDMs, and I've swapped around my centre-backs as well, just to see if, I do little things like that from time to time, just to see if something works better in one way or another. Like, the way I started was to have my CDMs playing on the side where they have their strong foot. But then if I swap them over, they're then going to cut inside in order to get onto their strong foot. So I wonder if that might be helpful for me. So that's the sort of thing we're going to find out. And we can get ourselves a nice little rage quit after like 12, 13 minutes. Lovely green time volley there from Alawairan. You absolutely love to see that. It was imperative that I green time that if I wanted it to go in. But I turned a 1-0, a game that I was 1-0 down in, to a 3-1 rage quit within like 13 FIFA minutes. You can't really complain about that, can you? So a good start. Essentially, having only 4 wins to begin with meant that I need 7 from 13 in today's episode, and I've already got 1. So now I need 6 from 12, so we can literally go 6-6 if we want. It does look like, and it should be all right to get ourselves 11 wins. Let's see how quickly we can do it, or if we can do it, I guess. But we go 2-0 up within 9 or 10 minutes in this one. Great start. I was starting a little bit more. I think I was playing a little bit more like my normal self, kind of very rapid. Maybe yesterday I might have just been playing passive. I might have been playing a bit slower, and with my play style, I play quite aggressive and hit him with the counter and use the pace and all of that stuff. So if I'm not doing that, or I'm a little bit tired, or something's not quite going right, then I guess it's very easy for me to go a few goals down and to not be able to catch up. So that might have been the reason why we had a poor start. Who knows? There are probably many reasons, one of which being I'm very average. But anyway, into the next game we go. I finally came up against an opponent who really knew his stuff when it came to dribbling and that. And I tell you what, I couldn't get near him. So at 2-0 down after 23 minutes, I thought, you know what, that's just going to annoy me. Because it was already starting to like boil the blood a little bit with how he played. And this is an even stranger match, by the way, because right from the get-go, he didn't have a cursor above his head. And I've had it before where if someone quits and somehow it keeps you in the game, you basically play against the AI until half-time, where then the game sort of freezes and you can't go any further and you take the loss or whatever. Whereas this one, he just played with no cursor. It really felt like I was playing against the AI, like with some of the passing and stuff that they were doing. And like not completely and utterly just like bombing through with pace and stuff, and doing the things that normal actual players do. And it was just really tough. So it was very, very, very odd. I had a 5xG going into extra time because he scored on me right at the end, and then got another goal with Smolarek. And I still at this point didn't know what I was playing against, because he was able to pause and make changes to the formation, but then he was just playing like he was AI. It was so very odd. And then it goes to penalties, and I was like, well, if someone's managed to glitch the game out here and can still pause it and stuff, but it lets the AI play for them on, like, Ultimate or something, then I'm in for a tough penalty shootout because the goalkeeper's going to know which way I'm going to go. However, that didn't seem to be the case. His goalkeeper tended to pretty much not move from the penalties, and he missed his first two. I saved one, and he missed one. Goalie did dive then, I guess, kind of off to the right a little bit, but I'm 3-0 up at this point. It's looking likely that I'm going to get the dub, and with a save of this penalty right here, I do end up walking away with the victory. So really, really strange. I actually don't know if I was playing against a real person or not, but I guess we just move on and take the dub, and glad that it didn't quit. Or maybe it was just a visual glitch and his cursor didn't appear above his head. And if so, fair enough. He just played quite like the computer, I guess. But either way, it was a tough old match and it went all the way to penalties. But I did come away with the win, so that's very good. Now I think we've got 3 wins so far in this episode and 1 loss. So we're probably due another loss here. He goes 1-0 up with King Kai Havertz. I then get the equaliser, this time with Di Natale. The ball was sort of bobbling all around the box and around the goalkeeper and defenders, and we were able to stick it into the back of the net. This Reece James, out of position, come up against him a few times this weekend. I'm not quite sure how or why, because I'd never really played against him, and then he's in a couple of people's teams. Why is that? Has he just like dropped in price loads or something? But nonetheless, he seemed quite good, and he was scoring against me a fair bit. And then at 4-1 down, I thought, well, I'm not going to come back from that, am I? The only reason I was sort of still in the game was because his name was Norfolk and Chance, which made me think that maybe he was from Norfolk and maybe he was a Norwich fan. So I kind of really wanted to beat him. But I have to bow out of that one and whatever, yeah. He would just take that one on the as a massive L, I guess. Either way, into the next game we go. And I go 1-0 up with Alawairan. He has performed nicely for me today, getting into that striker position. Ginola then equalises for my opponent, but Brolin is able to knock it through to Di Natale. Well-timed run, and we could just pass it back into Brolin. Good finish. Strange that he took that on his right foot, but I guess I'm kind of glad he did. And then Alawairan makes it 3-1 after 25 minutes. And despite it looking like a tough match against like a Ginola and a Puskas, we end up coming away with quite a quick rage quit, really. So, yeah, can't complain about that. 3-1 victors. So how many wins are we up to now? I think I still need 3 more. So I think we're on 8 wins right now. I think we're 8-4, 8-5. Couldn't tell you. I'll be honest. I think we're on 8 wins at the moment. But the counter, the game counter, the win and loss counter just doesn't work properly, does it? So can't even tell as you're going through the weekend league. It makes it even more confusing if I'm honest. But my next opponent had Mbappe, Neymar. Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo. Some genuinely pretty good players. He went 2-0 up. I was able to get a quick goal back with Di Natale, but then he did end up absolutely skinning me right there. That was a nice body feint and scoop turn or whatever it was. And at 3-1, I played for a few more minutes and then realised, you know what, this is not going to work out in my favour. I've got plenty of games to go to get my 3 wins. So let's just you know, not get stressed. Let's quit, move on to the next one, and hope that it's against a nice, easy opponent. Which this one's kind of going to look like it was against an easy opponent, but when he was on the ball, this guy was like crazy good with the dribbling, like weaving in and out, and I didn't quite know which way he was turning and stuff. So for me to somehow get 3-0 up here and force a rage quit, I actually felt very lucky, because I think if he'd have got the first goal there, I'd have been in for a world of trouble. I'd have been in, you know, for someone that was very passive and very cautious with their play. But yeah, like he was decent. I can't fault his attack and the way he moved with the ball. I guess I was just, you know, beating his defence nicely. So, pat on the back for me. 2 more wins to go then. Let's get them real quick, shall we? Let's run down the line with Di Natale, who doesn't feel that fast, I'll be honest, nor does Brolin. Alawairan feels like he has got nitrous oxide attached to his boots, and or like jet engines or something, because he's so fast. And this guy also had the beast, Alawiran, and he quit after 1-0. So I guess he kind of knew what he was in for once I'd scored that first goal. Yeah, I guess everyone kind of knows all about him now, don't they? He is a terrific player on this game. So then we come up against this fella right here, who kind of skipped leg day a little bit with the back end of his team there, and then the front line and the midfield were pretty stacked. And a decent dribbler and a decent possession holder again. This was someone that wasn't easy to deal with in attack, but once we got through and broke that sort of average defense for this stage of the game, Alawiran was always gonna feast against those defenders, and he gets the goal, he gets the assist there for Butragueno to score a goal for us. And then with Eder Militao, I just wipe out Yaya Toure, who steps up, and I do my thing again. I move left and right like I'm going to definitely choose a direction to dive in, and then they're like, I'm going to go down the middle. And then I stay down the middle, and they go down the middle, and I save it, and I stay in the lead. But not for the rest of the game, because Schweini is able to come through and get the equalizer there. I've been thinking about doing that, Schweinsteiger. Am I mad? Am I crazy? Am I mental? Please let me know if that Schweinsteiger as a CDM would be a good fit in my club, because I've been thinking about doing him. I've got lots of spare fodder, and I'm just like itching to get something done. Or is there something else out that you think I should be focusing on or waiting for? Let me know. Either way, with a Timo Werner header, we get our winning goal, and that was my 11th win. 3 games remained, so I was able to just gift them away to my opponents. I'm not sure I had a single freebie this weekend. I had a lot of early rage quits, but I don't think I got a proper freebie, which is fine, you know. It might be due to the time that I played and stuff, but either way, three little early Christmas gifts for my opponents there. Leaves me on 53 points, aka rank number 5, which is the go-to for the weekend league finishes. And with that, we get 3 of these player picks, 1 of 4 84 plus rare golds. Special like icons and those orange cards can also be in there. Rare players pack, ultimate pack, 1 of 5. No, a 583 plus rare gold players pack. That replaces the team of the week pack in a dodgy way. It's no good compared to a team of the week pack where you guarantee yourself at least 30k. First player pick, we got Mendy. Second player pick, we get a duplicate Jorginho. Kind of sad that one was 384s and an 85. And then the final one, we get ourselves an 87 Lloris. So 85, 86, 87 from my player picks, one of them being a dupe, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, certainly not as good as last week when we got ourselves the World Cup icon Butragueno. We're not making quite as much... quite as many waves in the world-class pack department this week, that's for sure. My 583 pluses, turns out it is going to be Argentine left back from Sevilla. It's going to be Acuna. 85, I guess we'll take it, but it does pretty much mean that the rest are going to be lower rated and a bit meh. Don't think you make 30k from that pack right there as a minimum. Rare players pack then, anything good in here? Still no special card, still no... icon or orange card, whatever they're called, you know, the World Cup stories or whatever they are. We get Declan Rice and Araujo and Pope and all of that sort of stuff. Get rid of those reds because, you know, I've got enough now. I don't need to be showing them on the videos anymore. And then my ultimate pack is going to be... Oh, God, is this... Oh, it's a good walkout. It's Heung-min Son. Yeah, we do like to see that because I know he was a purple special card just a few days ago. However, at least we got something of value from my weekend league rewards. We get an 89 and an 85 there. So yeah, not too shabby, I guess. It could have been better. It could have been way better, but I think it definitely could have been worse. So we can make at least 50, 60,000 coins off of some of the higher rated players there, and then there's a bunch of fodder as well for the club. So no big deal. What am I likely to do with this squad then? Well, I'm very much thinking of, well, I'm definitely going to be selling Courtois right now. Not because he was terrible or anything, but I want to take the coins for him. He seems to keep dropping in price. So whilst he's still dropping, I'll take the coins at that level, and I can see him dropping a little bit more. Unless we get a crazy SBC that requires a high rating, then I think he'll drop a little bit. But yeah, we lose about 10k on him. Is what it is. Doesn't really matter. He did the job for us. I'm just wondering whether Eder Militao and Mendy will also go, which probably then also means that Valverde will go from the starting 11. But I can list the likes of Son and the 85s that I got in those packs up as well. And we'll probably be up like 100k or so, maybe just under. But yeah, we're going to be working with 400k plus. I've got a particular centre-back in mind. I really kind of want to try that baby Rio. And he's a little bit less than I thought. I think he's in the 200s. So I could potentially afford him and give that a go. And then we're just looking for a goalie, a CDM, and a left back that can sort of link to each other. I'm not sure what we could do, but that is probably a job for tomorrow. So right now we are goalkeeperless. I could just shove Donnarumma in there, and I think he would be on 1 chem, which would be all right, I guess. But yeah, we need to sort out the Real Madrid chem there as well. I'll put some other players in tomorrow, and we'll see what we can get done. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching today. Do me a favor, smash the thumbs up if you like my rewards. Let me know what you got in yours as well. If we can aim for 3,000 likes, that would be absolutely brilliant. Thank you. And I am going to go ahead and watch some more of the World Cup. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Cheers. That mean the world to me. You know, we're trying to build a more of a following on here, of course. And you can find my social media links down below. So if you want to follow me on all my other social platforms, they're in the description too. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm going to go off and finish my coffee and watch some more World Cup. And, hey, I'll be back again tomorrow with some more FIFA 23 RTG goodness. I'll see you then. Peace.